Just a rainy Monday, sitting at our table. 2 cups and an empty chair. You'll be gone till Sunday.
Yeah, the chicken. Chicken. But let's eat something first, okay? Yeah, I have people inside.
like putting yeah, it's a bit of fire in someone's step.
Either tomorrow, either weekends. Just on- I found myself yesterday.
front of you. These will allow space for all larger bags in the overhead locker.
See you in my